Hi, it's TR back with another truck camper restoration video. Finally, it is July 13th and I am just getting back to work on this. I thought I'd be back to work on this and camping in it already, but life happens and I'm finally just getting back to it. I'm waving this around because if you've been following the build, tarps have been a never-ending problem. I got this 15 mil on a local auction site for 45 bucks, which is a pretty good price. It's 16 by 20. It should do the job as far as shade goes, and then also give me a secondary hurry up, put it down if it's going to rain tarp. So today, after we get our shade cloth up, we're going to start sorting out the metal for the siding. I still have a little bit of insulation left to do. You'll see that in another video. But for today, we're just going to get back here into this pile, take care of the weeds, and sort out the metal. Time-lapse time. Hey, good morning. It's the next day and I'm back to work on the truck camper. I got the weeds down mostly. I still have a few weeds to cut out around the truck camper, but the rest of it's pretty much done. I left them out overnight so they'd wilt. Sun, can't figure out what happened. Well, I'm starting the tedious task of pulling all the staples out of this metal and getting it sorted. I did mark all the pieces, so this is marked 7R. I think if you look right there, you can kind of see it. And so this is the 7th panel from the top, or from the bottom, from the right side, and all the staples are still in it, so I'm just going to spend a few minutes here and pull these staples. All right, time-lapse time, because this is going to be a long project. Well, good morning. It's another day. I'm still working on this metal, and I've got probably at least another day's worth of work. That's not a whole day. I put 2 or 3 hours in, it gets too hot, and then I go inside and enjoy the cool air. Kind of gotten into sort of an assembly line type of a setup here, and usually the first thing I do is I'll pop the staples. Rather than try to pull them out, they're really hard and it bends the metal. I've just been clipping them off. And then pop them out. This is pretty clean. It doesn't have a lot of putty on it, so what the fuck's that putty called? Lap sealant, not lap sealant. This one's not in bad shape, but I'm just going to pound out all the staple marks and get it kind of back to square and flat. So like this corner's pretty bent. That's pretty good. It's a little bit needs to be straightened out, flattened out right there. That's pretty good. Okay, then I'll just take a little alcohol, clean it up, make sure I don't rub my mark off. That's pretty much it. Put it in the done pile. Okay, so I got plenty of this to do, as you can see. So, and it's windy today. Really windy. It's supposed to get even windier this afternoon, 40 to 50 mile an hour winds. So I'm going to have to take down all my shade here shortly, probably sooner than later. And I'm going to have to get all this metal pinned down somehow to keep it from blowing away. Okay, we'll check back in with you when there's more to report. Well, good morning. It's a new day. And I kind of got... I had to end early yesterday because the wind was just howling, throwing these tarps and everything all over. Plus my metal was starting to move around. So I decided it was probably smarter to just shut down. And here it's nice and early. I don't know, it's 8 o'clock, 8:15. And just going to keep working on this metal. But what I've run into is that on this piece here, ouch, I'm going to watch that hole. I got to fill it with something. Anyway, where are we here? Okay, so on this piece of metal here, I think this is obviously where a clearance light was, but I think what that was is there was some piece of like vinyl foam or plastic or something that had an adhesive back on it. And it's been a bugger to get off. But I remembered I had this stuff. This is some gel adhesive remover. I used this to remove stickers off of Rusty in my RV when I sold him. And it should take this stuff right off, so let's give it a try. This stuff evaporates lightning fast, so... Anyway, come over here. Let's come over here so you can get a good look at this. All right. And we'll see how all this works. Let's find a dirty, nasty rag. There's one right there. All right, with a new battery. And then you leave it soak for just a minute. Looks like we're going to have to scrub it a little bit. Did a pretty good job. So you can get the idea, I got a lot of this to do. Well, I don't know, I got another 3 or 4 hours of this, so I won't bore you with it. But I'll check back in when there's something more substantial to talk about. All right, peace out. Well, it's another new day, and I got ran off yesterday. It just got way too hot out here, and I admit I'm a wimp. And something's wrong here. What's up? Oh, we lost a bungee. No more bunge left in it. Well, I'm going to have to quit procrastinating here pretty soon because I'm down to my last 3 pieces of metal. I've kind of been procrastinating because I want to make sure that I haven't forgotten anything before I start to put the siding on. But we're going to get started on the siding in the next video. In this one, we're just going to finish this up. Not much left I can say about it. I've been pulling out the staples, taking out the major dents. There's a couple of them that were bent, especially like in this pile here, that are going to need a little TLC. This piece here wraps around the corner. You can see up here in the top, if you look over here, you can see where the clearance lights are. The other ones are just hidden there. But this stuff here has been a real pain in the ass to remove. There's another piece of metal that wraps down around the front, underneath the bed here, on the cab over, and then down the back wall of the cab. And that's going to take several people to help hang it up there. Well, I saved the worst for last. I probably ought to do a quick suck up here. Unfortunately, the only way I found to get this asphalt off is with heat. So we'll start with, we'll try this one. Okay, I've been working on this piece of metal about 30 minutes. I probably have at least another hour's worth of work on it. It's just caked with old caulking and this asphaltic shit that the previous owner used to seal it up instead of doing it properly. Anyway, we're not going to worry about that too much. We're just going to go ahead and get it cleaned up, and that'll wrap it up for this episode. If you like what you saw, give me that thumbs up. I always appreciate those. If you're not subscribed, do subscribe. Ring the notification bell. Got a few more episodes to go on the truck camper rebuild, but lots of great content still to come. But for now, it's time to go. Thanks for watching. I sure do appreciate it. Till we get together next time to start putting the siding on. Peace.